in and week out because this guy has the skills and the tools to take them.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Power football with the run. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdogs reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. The play action fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge.
And with a hallelujah man. Touchdown, USC.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, and go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They're setting up the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, what a move. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front. Nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Washington wants to go quickly. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He's got it. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better. They can make the right decisions. They can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts. And that's when they have those great football teams.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
2nd down coming up. He'll keep it himself. Fights off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll try to get it through the air. Throws toward the end zone.
locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And a nice job working the middle. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest. You can't just dig and duck outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver on the middle field.
And the missed connection on third down.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Makes the catch past the sticks. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
Yeah, they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies, fast bodies. To highlight the famous celebrity quarterbacks, that's just what USC does.
Got the back over the middle. That's about as close as you can. And it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Looking to throw on second down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing his defense on third down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Using the quick game. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want before the wide receiver screens. Because oftentimes you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on fourth down. They'll go to the air. Going for 6. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's first down from their own 23-yard line.
42 spikes.
From the gun, the ground game. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Working that left side now. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw it. Pulls it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Running behind that left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
Instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Going up top on first down. And they got him for the sack.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you've got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground, but didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. Touchdown, Husky. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player. Give me that 6.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 4 over Arkansas. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Out of the gun to give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. He'll get rid of it. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you get that quarterback, he starts to leak outside the pocket like that. Whoa, you go with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take it over the field towards the sideline, because think about it, he's not going to throw it back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
The play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Buying some time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They're hope for a touchdown going by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And it's right down the boulevard. And they'll push that thing down a little further. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle. And it'd be easy to say these two offenses are glad we've hit halftime based on their respective performances. It would also be accurate. Turnovers and sacks have told the story so far. And you gotta believe the play calling has been the issue, right? Time to shred those game plans and just get back to basics. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stock form and get you the football.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored. You score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
He'll pull it on the read. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Might be looking to run. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. This could be a major turning point in this game. Going for it inside their own 40. Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. The Trojans have this offense rolling. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense in a bunch formation. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback now on the run, still with him. Finds his big tight end.
That's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is at the catch.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game started.
Now on second down after the incompletion. They run the reverse. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And how easy was that? There's so much speed on the field in college football. And you get me lined up and I'm trying to play coverage, and then all of a sudden that guy flies across the formation. And now everybody on the defense has to adjust. They didn't adjust quick enough. He easily picks up a good chunk of yards. The offense has really got good game plans to get guys the ball in space.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
This defensive lineman had kids in the back. Goodness gracious, they're camping out there. Hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he'll finish the run at the end zone. Down Trojans.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You gotta love it.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbed.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, going up top. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive. To understand, we've had success. We got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Washington. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. decent pickup on that play. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. The QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Here's the handoff. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on fourth down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. They'll try it on the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. The play fake on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're putting their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, certainly through the quarterback. You're going to have time to throw.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground with the 41. And the Huskies hit it quickly to the line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling him. Not easy to do.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's first and 10. He wants to throw. Looking down the middle. It's complete. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unleashes to the end zone. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Despite he jumped on his chance to make a play. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete on the right side. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it was not free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He lets one fly deep. Snags it down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got his man. Afterburner's coming. And the tackle is made, but... that completion gets them 30-plus. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the many mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense. Desperate to get a stop. Off play action on 1st down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All 3rd downs and gains are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now. For this defense, if they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time.
Going for the big play. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Trojan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing as a unit on this one.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on first down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read.
Let's go!
They'll go to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. And a good, solid pickup for the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance going for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this